Hello and welcome to SimRail. This is the prologue, the next edition after the demo and before the final release. This includes the freight trains which we will be trying out today, and we'll be doing the prologue tutorial. So this will tell us what to do, so
Welcome to the prologue of
I'll shut up for like
the
until
railway
this.
simulator. You are in the heart of Upper Silesia, located in the south of Poland, the most industrialized part of the country. The coal mined in this region has fed many power plants for decades, and the steel produced in the local steel mills was used as the building material for many facilities. In front of you, you can see a truck's locomotive with a freight train loaded with a coal for one of the power plants in eastern Poland. You will lead it on a section from Staszic coal mine in Katowice to the Sosnowiec-Dańdówka station. Perform your task carefully and admire the industrial landscape. To enter the locomotive, approach it and click on the doors or press 1 on a keyboard.
Okay, so for some reason, oh, there we go. I just have to right click. So this is our train here. It's a freight train. So basically the prologue has the route that we had from the demo, and it also includes this route, which is on the other branch line. So this will feature two lines basically in Poland. Now they have the Polish names, which are not always the easiest to pronounce, and well, they're fine to pronounce, but I don't have the name off, so they're hard to remember if you don't obviously not native.
Use the E key to get up.
The E key, okay.
Turn on the battery and activate the driver's seat with a switch on the rear wall of the cabin.
Okay, so yeah. It's got a similar interface, I guess, it's Train Simulator 2 in the sense that it tells you everything. Well, yeah, it's similar enough. What have to put it to?
Use the button or a spacebar on the keyboard to deactivate the CA-SHP security system. These systems will regularly check your alertness while driving. To sit on the driver's seat, press on it.
Oh, yeah, this is the vigilance, this is gonna be annoying. Because yeah, it'll stop the train if you're not paying attention.
Is powered by electricity from overhead contact line system, so it's necessary to lift the pantograph.
So, let's see now. There we go, there's the pantograph. Raise it.
To enter the locomotive, approach it and click on the doors or press 1 on a keyboard.
I'm in the locomotive.
Close the quick circuit breaker.
Oh, so one changed the camera view, I see. Close main switch. I thought we were... I'm confused. Because I thought one was the camera view. But it turns out it also opens the door. Okay, anyway. Okay, we won't dwell on that.
Wait for a quick circuit breaker to close. And also wait for the converter and compressor to start. The correct operation of these devices is necessary, for example, to supply the braking system of a train. Now, set the forward direction.
Now, I'm just going to turn down the volume because... where's the sound? I think it might be a bit too loud, so you won't be able to hear me, so let's put it at 50%. Hopefully that will do the trick. I'll just talk louder, which is no problem for me. So, return to game. Okay. This is the reverser.
Move the brake lever to the drive position. It may take a long time to loosen up the brakes. To speed this up, you can hold the lever in a filling position with the increased cross section.
The increased cross section. What? It may take a long time to loosen the brakes. To speed this up, you can hold the lever in the filling position with increased cross section. Okay, and where exactly is that? I'm not too sure. Local brake. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that is. So, but yeah, as you can see here, it's quite a detailed startup. So. Oh, yeah, so it's a quite a detailed startup, as you can see, so there's a lot of steps.
It may take a long time to loosen up the brakes.
It's even more like, it seems to be even more like, more to it than Train Simulator 2, but that just might be this locomotive.
Cross section.
Okay, but, yeah, what does this mean? To speed this up, you can hold the lever in the filling position with increased cross section. Oh, high flow charge, I think that's what it means. There we go. I presume that's what it means, because Yeah, the translation, it's not bad. Like, it's understandable, but there are a few errors I noticed in the translation. There's definite articles being "the," so like, definite article basically is "the." There's definite articles where there shouldn't be, but that's understandable because some languages don't have the definite article, so it can be confusing if English is not your native language, or I'm not sure if Polish
Now,
has a
the
definite
train brake
article.
test will take place. The auditor will check if the off
Maybe someone who's from
article
Poland
works
speaks
in the
Polish can let us
brakes.
know if there's...
Follow his instructions via radio.
Okay.
Move the brake lever to the brake position.
To the brake position. See, what's the brake position? Because there's lots of brake positions. Yeah, what's the brake position? I'm confused.
Move the brake lever to the drive position.
Okay, presumably just testing the emergency brakes. Okay, that makes sense. So, what we can see here is basically, yeah. The brake is just, we're just waiting for the brake hose. Oh, that's stalled there. Oh, I just need to go back in the cab. Move the brake lever to the drive position. Sorry, I got confused there. It is in the drive position. Yeah, it is in the drive position. What's happening here? Move the brake lever to... Maybe I have to put... Okay. Okay. What have I just done? Fine. What have I just done? Just, that's not it. How do you control this brake? Because I don't know why it's not registering that I've moved it to the drive position. Ah, for flip's sake. There we go. It's in the drive position though. What does it want me to do? Move the brake lever to the drive position. Okay, fine. I think what we'll do is we'll put it to emergency brake, wait for it to go to 100%, and then we put it back to the drive position. Because I presume maybe that's why it's not registering. Okay. It's a bit fidgety. I just need to figure out the keybind for this, because yeah, it's a bit annoying doing it this way. Okay, so we're in the driving position. Okay. I'm not really sure what else I can do, but let's just look at the controls here for a second. Vehicle controls, up arrow, down arrow. Ah, keypad 9, keypad 3. But here you have to know where you're headed to. Okay, presumably we just have to wait for the air pressure to finish decreasing. That's presumably it. So here we are at the industrial area of Poland, which makes sense because one of the most, no, sorry, the most industrialized area in Poland. Hence why we are waiting for a hence why we're driving a freight train. As you can see, this uses the Unity engine, so it doesn't look too different from the Unreal Engine 4. But I think with the Unity engine, you can notice the pixels a bit more. Generally, be the case. So yeah, we're just gonna wait there for this to go because it's in the drive position. So I presume it's just waiting for the pressure to decrease. So well, sure. What can we do? We must wait. We must do. We must wait. What else can we do? Okay, there you go. You can hear now. That seems to be normalizing. Yeah. So all's going fine here. So yeah, it's this will be quite interesting because this will probably, I'd say, be one of the train simulators with the longest routes because one of the routes alone is 316 kilometers, and Train Simulator 2, I think the longest routes we have are about 80. I don't know about Train Simulator 2022, but I presume since it's made by Dovetail Games, it's about the same. Now, I'm confused. Oh wait, yeah, see, the brake pressure is decreasing. Probably what we want to do is put a high flow charge. There we go, yeah, speed it up. So yeah, we're just speeding up the process. That makes sense, so... So yeah, there you go. So yeah, as you can see, it's quite a realistic simulation experience by the looks of it. Because obviously it's a bit like OMSI 2. Everything's interactive, you know. You have to follow the full procedures. It's kind of like showing a street light, I guess. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. So yeah, we've...
button on your radio telephone to confirm the readiness to the train dispatcher.
So now... It's also nice to have the radio features. It's a nice little function.
Train 414018, Starship Call Mine Dispatcher, radio check.
414018, good radio. Ready for train data.
I have 25 cars, 2000 tons, length of 370 meters, one locomotive E186 134, driver Stevenson, ready to depart.
Understood. My name is Bella, readiness number is 27. Stand by for signal indication.
I wonder if they actually give their
Press
names.
on your chair or use the E key to get up.
Okay.
Before we will be able to go, we need to release the parking brake. This button is placed just behind you on the rear wall of a cabin.
Interesting, the parking brake's all the way there. Usually the parking brake's on the
driver's seat, press on it.
bar, yeah. That's a bit strange. But they...
Move the lever forward to apply power and go.
Yep, there we go. So you have to... Oh, I think I've... Yes. So you basically you have to keep holding... sorry, maintaining power, so yeah. You see... So that's a bit getting used to because you can't really know where the handle is automatically. Just gonna try to get a screenshot here without all these overlays. Yeah, you see the vigilance key there. You have to be careful. You have to be pressing the vigilance. You have to keep an eye on that. I'm not really sure how you know when you want to press the vigilance on the actual train. But yeah. I mean, I'm a passenger train person myself. I prefer the passenger trains, but it's interesting, I guess, to drive the freight trains now. We want to... There we go. We don't have no power, so now we're at the right thing. So now I just want to hold this position. Yeah, there we go. We're slightly over speed, but yeah, shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, it's interesting business model that these people with SimRail, not these people, sorry, the developers have chosen for SimRail. Yeah, so you see there, it's not like TSW2. Well, actually TSW2 has business, but it's not like. So yeah, we need to... Why is this not... I'm confused, why is this not breaking? Okay, so yeah, I see now, so yeah, I see now how this works, so It's slightly different. So yeah, the game it's slightly different. Yeah. How much braking force has to apply for this to start slowing down though? We are at the downhill gradient, so that probably explains why it's not decreasing as quickly as I'd want it to. But yeah, it's a very enjoyable game, I have to say, and definitely it's enticing me to get it. So definitely probably will be trying this out because they seem to have done a good job at it. I'm looking forward to see what Simbus has in store. There we go. Hopefully now we can maintain 30. Okay, see now we're slightly under speed after flips, say. Yeah, I guess it's a bit of like trial and error to how much power you need. Because if we're slightly over speed, that means at least like we're slightly ahead of schedule, we can always slap at the same. If we're slightly under speed, that means we're running behind schedule. Yeah, you need to apply more power now because it's a gradient as well. So, but yeah, so the prologue essentially, because I was quite curious, yeah, seeing the prologue in this. Just like you see prologue, you're like, what's this prologue? You know, like, because obviously there's the demo, and it seems strange that there's like another free edition. Well, the prologue is basically just there's the vigilance button, so it shows up there. Got it. So, also, there we go, because we're passing a road. But basically the prologue is an extended demo. But yeah, sorry, so yeah, it's definitely, the gameplay is different. I think that's what people want in these train simulators. You kind of want a different gameplay. Oh, we're approaching the red signal. Shoot. So yeah, I'm increasing the brake force, as you can see here. See, I have no idea what the stopping distance from this train is, so we obviously don't want to get stuck in the... Oh flip, I accidentally clicked the emergency brake. Bloody hell. I'm a bit of a muppet there, so yeah. This is the one thing about this, you can easily end up clicking the emergency brake, because if you keep pressing once you pass 100%, you'll actually end up hitting the emergency brake. So that's one thing that's slightly annoying. Now, where is this? You probably want to put this at 0 as well, so there we go. Yeah, obviously it's not good to be using the emergency brake. The emergency brakes should really only be used in emergencies because it takes a while to build up back the air pressure. So yeah, just I guess it's getting used to the keybinds. But look, sure, that's the story of most games. So now you just have to wait for the vehicles to go back to 0%. So now that's the one thing. Like, I presume you could play this without the overlays. Obviously, this is just a demo version, but like, if you play this without the overlays, I don't know how you know what oh, I think it's the same. That's what the screens tell you. This is a fairly modern train, fairly modern locomotive, to be fair. Train. Because we were talking about the locomotive, for interested in like the wagon screen. Who knows how old? Doesn't really matter, especially if it's for freight. Now, okay. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to increase our power. This is in driving position. But why is that not moving? I've released the parking brakes. This is in driving position. So I'm now a bit confused as to why this is not moving. There we go. Is this KN? I presume KN stands for knots. Yeah, it's interesting why they use knots and they use knots for air and sea. I'm not sure myself, maybe someone knows why knots and air is used, but why knots is used in air and sea. But I myself wouldn't know. But yeah, as you can see, the graphics are pretty decent. Like, you know, they're in line with the kind of graphics you'd expect. Performance is also quite good. Like, I'm running this on we all know not of the highest end of PCs. It's an i5 3570, GTX 1050, 16 GB of RAM. Oh, look, the rest is not that important. But you know, it just goes to show that, you know, it does run quite well. And I guess it's nice to have a break from the Unreal Engine 4. I've said this in the previous video, but it's just because the Unreal Engine 4 is used so much. Now, this takes ages to break, doesn't it? Yeah, this is nerve-wracking. So I don't know now. What am I meant to do now? I think I'm meant to contact the signaler.
41 4018 to Staszic Gałęźny, requesting entry.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that's what I was meant to do.
You will enter on substitute signal due to terminal 4. You will be operating on the left track, KMD.
Thank you. I will proceed upon substitute signal to KMB.
I thought for a second was saying the speed limit was 1.29 kilometers. I was like, what?
Or use the E key to get up.
Use the what key? Oh, sorry. Okay. So now I just have to wait for the signal. Let's just check that everything's in order. So that's in driving position. Let's put that back to 0. Can I go? I see a flashing light. I presume that I can go. Yeah.
To enter the locomotive, approach it and click on the door.
I love that I keep saying I know how to enter the locomotive at this point.
Press on your chair or use the E key to get up.
Ah, there we go. There's like a little that's telling us what track to go, and that's pretty good. It's kind of like a tram. So yeah, 7-minute delay. Oh wow, that's not good. We are running very late. So I guess we can try contact the signaler before we actually reach the signal, because obviously it takes a while to stop. It's not very efficient to have to stop all the time. Yeah, it's always interesting when they have these water pipes that go above the level, above the ground. These are the different views you have.
Press on your chair or use the E key to get up.
Yeah, it's good it has that, because like sometimes if you do the view, that might be important.
Click on the doors or press 1 on a keyboard. Press
Okay.
on your chair or use the E key to get up.
Yeah, so the speed limit's reduced. Yeah, I wasn't saying speed limit's 50, but I have to go at 30. Um,
41 4018 answering.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, there we go, okay. So yeah, you basically, what have I done here? I've done a mess of this. I've made a bit of a mess of this, yeah. So basically, as you can see with the signals, you're meant to, this doesn't say this in the tutorial, but it looks like you're meant to actually request them before your approach. Which is fine. It's gonna be a bit annoying. Let's just... Okay, interesting that that's moving now. Oh, that's because you released the brakes. Okay, fine. And then... There you go. Yeah. So that's just to make sure you've released all the pressure from the air, from the brakes. I'm no mechanic. I don't know exactly how this works, but
or press 1 on the keyboard.
so yeah, basically you have to be very alert in this, as you can see. So you have to be contacting the signals before you approach the signals. See, it's different in TSW2 because in TSW2 you always stop at the signal. You can contact the signal, but usually they'll deny it because there's a train in front. But maybe it's just because this line's different the way it runs.
Press on your chair or use
But I guess it's good to have a different kind of simulation experience now. We really need to speed up. We're going very slow. Let's get the full power. Yeah, oh yeah, we're running very late. We were meant to be at Stawiska Podga at that time, yeah. So yeah, but mostly so far the scene has just been trees, so going through a forest. So I guess that kind of explains why it's doable, because obviously making such a long route is it's a lot of work. So I guess kind of explains that if if it's mostly like this, if it's mostly like this, I don't know whether it's changed the vision. Sometimes I think it's because we're accelerating so much. Yeah, so it seems to be when you're accelerating, it's mainly. But yeah, with this that's why it's more doable, I guess, because obviously it takes time. But if it's a lot of trees, then it's easy to do. I think there's like, I know apparently the Unreal Legend 4 is an autocomplete feature. They were accusing DTG of doing that with the Southeast and some YouTube work. I can't remember who it was. I think it was I can't remember the name. One of them. Oh, the speed limit's reduced. Okay. So yeah, the speed limit's going to increase back to 30, so it won't be braking. There you go. But yeah, I guess the good thing about having these prologues in this demo is, for instance, obviously the full route is going to feature the same trains. So if you get this, then you'll be able to like drive this through straight away if you remember the controls, that is. So I guess it kind of gives you a fast track into being able to enjoy the route. Interesting. Tree doesn't do anything in terms of camera view.
Or press 1 on the keyboard. Press on your chair or use the E key to get up.
The other thing is also, I wonder if there's limitations, because people talk about this limitation about how big a map can be in. Oh, now we have to increase. Yeah, you see the speed limit's changed. There's limitations to how big the map can be in ETS2. Oh, not in ETS2, in the Unreal Engine 4. Because yeah, this is quite a long line. So, but yeah, it's exciting to see what's going to happen with Simbus, because presumably it's being worked on by the same developers. So, yeah, we were very behind. So as you can see, we have probably another 10 minutes to go. Yeah. I wonder what all this stuff is. So are we stopping there? So we like picking up freight or something like that? Who knows? At least now we're clear of these red signals for a while. And There we go. It's just when it goes to yellow, so that's what it's meant to be, yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna get a bit of speed now because we're going a little gradient, but what can you do? We are running late, so to be honest, a bit of overspeed won't kill us. It's a straight line, so should have. Oh, so there's a bit of a change of scenery. Okay, so still fields. There's another road up there. I wonder if there's AI cars in this. Well, yeah, basically the prologue features this train line. I have to say, I'm very impressed. So it's exciting to see what this will feature once it's fully released. Obviously, it's going to be full line, and I wonder if there's going to be modding capabilities. But it's certainly promising because for a long time, Dovetail Games have had such a monopoly on the train sim market, and obviously their model has been basically just kind of like a cash cow. So it's nice because always when there's more competition, that means that the quality will have to increase. Otherwise, they risk people moving over to these, especially if there's a freeware content. It even means that they might have to release the modding tools to the community because they've done that with Train Simulator. The Train Simulator series, interesting enough, but so I don't know why they originally did that, and then they changed the model. Oh, we need to be decreasing, but they wouldn't do that for Train Sim World 2. But it's not clear why they do that for Train Sim World 2. But it's interesting why they, because obviously they didn't have the model from the start, and if the tools were released for Train Sim World 2 or for Train Simulator, if you know what I mean. And then here you have them for Train Simulator, Train Sim World 2. You don't have them, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
To enter the locomotive, approach it and click on the doors or press 1 on the keyboard.
This should be good.
Press on your chair.
Yeah, so I guess it's just nice to have a bit of change of scenery there. Like, we are over speed, but to be honest, we're running so late that we're not going to be too concerned about that. Yeah, so we're meant to be at Katowice, Katowice Janov P now, and we're not. This is now, it says it's nearly 50 minutes long. But this seems to be only 20 minutes, but then I guess there's the introduction part. Okay, perfect. Oh, thanks, the speed is reduced for the bridge, presumably. That's why it was lower. Yeah, it also shows it at the top, so you kind of have to be, you do have to be, alert and looking at all other whole screen, not just kind of like the center where the cab is. Okay, thought we'd be losing a bit of speed because I'm going uphill, but that's why I was not too worried about being slightly over there. VMAX, I don't know what that means. But yeah, you can try this out yourself as well for free, because this is available for free on Steam. So it's a great way to trial out the game and see if it's something you'll like, and then obviously if it is something you'll enjoy, you can actually go and get it. Now, this is some sort of station, but I'm not sure if we're meant to stop here. Oh, that's not a station, it's a bridge. So yeah, here the scene. Oh yeah, there are air cars. There's the motorway. So yeah, now the scene is becoming a bit more interesting. Yeah, there you go. There are the air cars. The air cars, you leave that train and then you kind of get in the Unreal Engine 4, but sure, it is what it is.
Enter the locomotive. Approach it and click on the doors or press 1 on the keyboard. Press on your chair or use the E key to get out.
So yeah, this is some sort of a rail hub as well. This is definitely a freight hub. So I don't know now. I presume it's gonna warn me if I have to stop, but I don't think we have to stop because I think this is the fast track. So yeah, that's some sort of depot. But yeah, freight hub. But yeah, oh, there you go. There's those typical industrial chimneys. So yeah, obviously for the last one, I've just been seeing trees. So the scene is becoming a bit more juicy, so to speak. It's, you know, there's a layover point. No, speed limit's going to reduce, so we are quite over speed. So we better start braking. I would say that means in 2.4 kilometers, the speed limit will reduce. Oh, there's a walkway. Yeah. Yeah, here's an industrial center. So yeah, this, I guess the nice thing about these two routes is like you'll get to experience the industrial areas in one, and you kind of get to experience the different scene in the other. And it's nice, I guess, that it's done in Poland, because Poland does have a fairly big simulation, like a simulation enthusiast. I don't want to say enthusiast, but it has a big like group of simulation players, because like obviously the Polish community, for example, obviously is quite big. It's one of the biggest communities obviously too. So obviously there's a, well, you could kind of say usually people are interested in bus simulation, they'd be interested, like it kind of means that there's interest in simulation as a whole, I guess. Obviously correlation is not causation, but yeah, basically, they have a big community that are interested in this kind of thing. So, and it's also nice because the routes are different. Because obviously in Train Sim World 2, you're getting a lot of UK routes, a lot of German routes, a lot of American routes, and it's nice to have, I guess, a Polish route. I think there might be one. I don't know if there's a Polish route in Train Simulator, not Train Sim World 2, but Train Simulator. But yeah, I wonder if there'll be one for Train Sim World 2 because I think that's a big community there, potentially. Now the houses, I have to say, don't look great. I think the houses do look better than Train Sim World 2 and Unreal Engine 4. They look a bit, I don't know, it's just, they look very computer generated. So yeah, that's one thing I have to say. I'm not too impressed with the look of the houses. I don't know, it just doesn't feel, maybe it's just the colors, I don't know, but yeah, doesn't feel quite right. And then here you go, here are the fields, and here this is where the rendering, I guess, becomes a slight issue. Because obviously the more powerful the PC is, the more you can render. But if you're running on a lower NPC, you're gonna have some rendering issues. It's gonna look a bit like this. It's not amazing, but like, why is that vigilance showing up again? I wonder what the orange signal means. Oh, that might be a train in front. That's what someone said, which I guess makes sense. Okay, so the speed limit will increase. So, okay, so as you can see here, we're now heading towards Sosnowiec Dandowka, which is actually where we're due to terminate. So, alright, look at that, we passed it on time. So where was Katowice enough? I wonder. But we're doing well because now we can approach Stawiska Pod. We have Sosnowiec. Yeah, we have time. We basically have 15 minutes to get there. So yeah, we're running on time. We made it up. A little bit of overspeeding. We made it up, but yeah. We should be overspeeding. Okay, yeah, braking seems to be doing its trick now. Oh. Yeah. I see. So basically the brake hose, you're only meant to use this when you want to come to a full stop, because yeah, when the brake hose activates, that's gonna bring the train to a complete stop. Oh, okay, now I get it. Now, see, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, because I was wondering, like, why is there two brakes to brake? So yeah, this one want to come to a full stop, the other one's only want to decrease power. But as you saw, it wasn't really decreasing power at all, which was the issue. Now, what, that's a 0. Oh. So yeah, this is I'm getting a bit confused here with the keybinds. That's fine. 9. There you go. That should be good. Perfect. So I guess that's why it tells you the speed limit in advance, because you can't you have to slow down, because you obviously can't. That makes sense, yeah. Some of you railway enthusiasts will probably be a lot better at this. But yeah, the nice thing is once you get the hang of this, you can't really go wrong. But yeah, I guess that's because it is, because obviously it's like not as much as like there's more stuff going on when you're driving like a vehicle, like a bus or road vehicle. But this, there's more monitoring, so it's kind of like with the flight simulator. It's more about monitoring and making sure everything's correct rather than so much the actual experience of just driving the vehicle. Well, here we can't. Actually, I don't know if that's the case, because now here we can't increase the speed because we have to wait until we get to the 70 km zone, because obviously we're not allowed to go over the speed limit. Presumably, if you're very over the speed limit, they'd call you. The dispatcher would call you and tell you to slow down. Also the sky looks very dynamic, which is good. Like the clouds are, well, yeah, they're 3D enough, 3-dimensional enough. So that's nice. I presumably will add in weather features as well. I don't think I've actually seen rain or other stuff in the Unity engine, so it'll be interesting to see how that appears. Wait, why does that say 1206 and 1358? Now that's... Oh, presumably we're meant to be... Oh, sorry, it's 1206 and it's sorry. I was like confused for some reason. I was thinking, oh yeah, 258 before 1206. I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, oh wait, I'm being a bit, what's the word there? Obtuse is like, oh no, it's not even the right word. But yeah. No, it's actually 1206 is, you know, is before 258. Yeah, if that makes sense. So that's presumably it does return journey. So yeah, all good. I'm just waiting for that vigilance key. I wonder if you can check the vigilance by pressing the vigilance and it doesn't ask you to press the vigilance. Or actually, maybe in that case it would stop because you can put one of those kind of things like in The Simpsons, one of the episodes, and it keeps doing that, and obviously it means that someone's not actually there. So I wonder if that's the safety systems incorporated within the vigilance. But yeah, we are. I don't know why this is increasing power when I've thought I told it to be, because I presume 0 just means maintain the current power. No, 0 means like maintain the current speed. Yeah, could push. There is a cruise control, but yeah, I'm not gonna risk that. Cruise control is what it is. That's what then like takes away most of the driving experience. There's a nice lake, I presume. Yeah, in the distance you can tell it's a big city when there's apartment buildings up ahead. So there's only 3. Okay, yeah, so we're actually only 4 kilometers away. So you'd be increasing speed, but then you have to be decreasing it very shortly after. So yeah, we want to make sure we don't overshoot the runway in this case. In this one. Yeah, I'll just yeah, so I mean we'll leave it like this and then start increasing when we get to this bit. Yeah, there we go. The scenery is nice though, so now it's becoming a bit more interesting. But obviously it's nice to have some kind of a forest scenery. But it's interesting the train just goes straight to the forest. You don't really tend to get that too much, like it's trees about side. Was that a forest? It was just like trees on either ends, but yeah. Because sometimes you might get animals if you're going through the forest. But yeah, let's call the signaler in advance. Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, okay. Not sure I can't get in contact with the signaler, but sure, what can you do? What can you do, yeah? They don't want to talk to us, they don't want to talk to us. Yeah, presumably like all these people would like SimRail will know about TSW2 and I wonder what Dovetail Games reaction was when they saw these games being released or like being developed by SimRail. Like, it'd be interesting to know what they are, because obviously that means that things are into a monopoly potentially. Or they're like, okay, I guess it's good to have competition, who knows. But yeah, it's not really discussed about SimRail, it seems. So I guess giving it for free is a good way to entice people, because obviously I'm not sure if they've made any other games, but I guess it's a good way to start the discussion going and kind of make people aware of the game. What happened there? There we go. I think. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, basically there you go. So this is the last demo until the prologue. So until the full release. So yeah, there you go. I guess we're gonna increase the speed. We're gonna have to start reducing the speed soon. But yeah, there you go. So that's a nice little, I guess, play on words that like you wait till the full release. So you can continue the route once the thing's fully released. I wonder when this will be fully released. That is interesting. Also, we also have Bus World up there soon, and Symbols will presumably be released after this because I'm not sure if they'll go with the same route as Symbols, give you like a trial. I think it's slightly hard to do a trial with this because with that kind of thing, because with this rail line it's quite big, and I guess you can feature someone with a bus. I guess you could put a shorter line, but you know, the bus sim lines will actually be shorter, so obviously you don't want to give away too much for free. Now, I think that's where we have to stop. So, are we heading towards platform 6? I have no idea. There you go, it has barriers, so let's see barriers work. Although I'm not sure what's the point of having barriers there. It doesn't seem like this will be a very. This is like the entrance to someone's yard. Why is there barriers to the entrance to someone's yard? It can't be that important. That's a bit, yeah. It's strange, I think, personally.
To enter the locomotive, approach it and click on the doors or press 1 on the keyboard.
I think this train is actually one of the Train Sim World 2 add-ons. Oh, never mind. I thought just oh no, I got confused. I thought I was telling you how long till the station, so there's no need for me to start slowing down. I need to be speeding up, yeah. Oh wow, I thought this platform was up ahead, so I don't know how far away this platform is, yeah. Oh, so that makes a sound, this button, whatever you call it, the thing that makes sure you're alert. Oh, 0 minute delay, look at that, we're back on time. I wonder if it tells you if it's too early, yeah, because I presume we're running early now. Yeah, 4 minutes early, there you go.
To enter the locomotive, approach it and click on the doors or press 1 on the keyboard. Press on your chair or use the E key to get out.
So yeah, I think now we are approaching this station. Because if we're 4 minutes early, that means that basically we're at the station, because 4 minutes from now, 12:02 is 4:06. Why is this not? Don't worry, I'm alert. Thank you. Just start braking. Yeah, there you go. We're approaching now. All these track signals are done. Well, actually, that's really like the trams. You got people like having to do the rods and some of the older tram systems, where the trains always has to be automated. And I think sometimes you get the case where it's not. I think in Top Gear, when they made the car trains, it wasn't the case. That was a good episode. But yeah, passenger journeys are just a bit more interesting, I think, than freight journeys. Freight journeys, because once you're going, you kind of just, there's not much stopping and going and opening doors and that kind of thing. So, you know, a bit less happening. But yeah, that does work, this ratio. But now we'll just coast along. We're running early, so we can afford to be going a bit slow. But you see how easily you make up time? Well, obviously, but this guy of cheating, going over speed. There you go, just leave it at that.
Enter the locomotive, approach it and click on the doors or press 1 on the keyboard.
But yeah, it looks promising. I wonder what the price for this will be.
Or use the E key to
I would want to assume, considering they're giving the free version, it'd probably be more in the reason, not well, reasonably, obviously reasonably price is subjective, but I'd say it'd be in the cheaper price range as far as simulators go. Be my guess. I mean, I don't know, potentially 20, 25 euro, but who knows? Could be 30. Maybe even 25. But yeah, it's interesting that now all these simulators are just use a default engine rather than like what students make their own engine. Where's platform 6 though? They say this is platform 6, but there's no actual platform. Oh wait, there's a platform up there. Oh yeah, no, that's just a train track.
To enter the locomotive, approach it and click on the doors or press 1 on the keyboard.
Yeah, we're crawling along here, but basically this is where we stop. So, because obviously this continues straight ahead. So yeah, here you have to wait till the full release. But that is SimRail the Prologue. So basically this is the part that's featured in the prologue. I guess it's just to give you a trial of this route, give you a taste, and I have to say it's impressive. The first part from the Katowice isn't that exciting, but at the same time, you know, I guess I prefer to have to save the best for last, but then it gets quite good. And it gives you a taste of the train as well. I guess you could be ready to drive this train. I think these will be the 2 trains featured. I need to get the name of this for the title and the thumbnail and the description. And actually, I should have got the names right, because obviously with YouTube the keywords is also in the video, so I should have plugged it in a few times, but well. There go the SEO. Yeah, we're crawling along here. Actually, now we're running slightly late. Because yeah, things were 4 minutes early, but we're not 4 minutes early anymore. Oh wait, I'm finished. Oh wait a minute. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I was meant to stop here. Yeah. I see. Yeah. I was going to stop earlier. That makes sense, because you see the things white there. So yeah, so we're finished. But yeah, the route continues all up here. Obviously, if you try to, basically, if you contact the guy, you'll see he'll tell us to wait for the release. There we go. Well, this thing stopped. There we go. Oh no, we don't. Come on, stop. There we go.
To enter the locomotive, approach it and click on the doors or press 1 on the keyboard.
Okay, folks, and that is the scenario. Wow, 51 minutes. That took a long time. So, anyway, folks, that is the KWK Katowice Sosnowiec Dąbrówka. I apologize if I've butchered the pronunciation slightly, and hopefully this gave you a good insight into what SimRail Prologue looks like, which you can get for free on Steam, and I definitely encourage you to do it because you've got nothing to lose. The minimum requirements for this are quite lenient. You just need a quad-core processor with 2.6 GHz or greater, and it needs to be better than GTX 960, which I think is 2 GB, or is it 4 GB for your RAM, but yeah, basically most GPUs should be able to handle that. So that is it for now, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye for now.